I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So what you can see, I'm in the airport, man. About to get on the fly. But you know the work still must be done. So first off, the Minnesota Vikings. Prayers up to Cam Akers. He is out for the season, tore his Achilles. With that being said, the Vikings got to get the run game going, bottom line. Now we talk about Alexander Mattison. He looked okay at some points of the game, had a nice catch, had a nice touchdown reception, but at the end of the day, the Vikings need more from him. Him and Cam Akers were starting to become a good mixture, a good balance, right? Let Alexander get some reps, then you bring Cam Akers in. So now with Cam Akers being out, what will the Vikings do? You already see how KOC loves to lean on Matty. Yeah, he loves to lean on Madison, man. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to get T.Y. Chandler some reps. Yeah, T.Y. Chandler going to have to get more reps, hands down, man down. Now, he may not be the best pass-blocking running back, but what does it matter? He's still explosive. He's still dangerous out the backfield. He's a great receiving back. Every time he touches the ball, he does something with it. So with that being said, the Minnesota Vikings must get him involved. Now you have a real dynamic, not only with Alexander Mattison and T.Y. Chandler, you got Joshua Dobbs now, a running quarterback who can do different things. So I'm excited to see what Kevin O'Connell comes up with once again. But they must get T.Y. Chandler involved and maybe even Kane Nwangu, right? Yes, that's bottom line, man. They're going to have to get the run game going. And you can look at the O-line, say they got to step up, which may be true. But at the end of the day, you got to put some responsibility on the running backs, baby, heavy. Hand down, man down. Now you ask yourself, can Alexander Mattison carry the load, right? Can he step up and carry the load and be that bell cow? See, Cam Akers gave you that different dynamic, man. Like I say, I think Cam Akers, out of all the running backs, was the best. But you talk about the most explosive, the fastest running back on the squad, you can't ignore T.Y. Chandler, man. He does too much with the ball in his hands. He brings too much to the table not to play him. No disrespect to Alexander Mattison, but do I feel he's a true number one, that he can get the job done? Probably not, baby. Probably not. Now he's improved his play, improved his game, but at the end of the day, you need more. You need more, especially with a defense like the Saints, right? Good defense all around, especially in the trenches. So the run game will have to get going. So KOC, even though he coached a great game, man, called a great game, he's gonna have to step it up a little more, man, with the creative play calling, right? But the running back's gonna have to step it up. The old line will have to step it up, dog. Hands down, man down, period, no debating. It's time for everybody to elevate their game. They got a tough game versus the Saints, man. Playoff team. The battle of two playoff teams will be a playoff atmosphere heavy, man. The time is now. So the offensive line, Alexander Mattison, T.Y. Chandler, they all gonna have to step up, man. That's just what it is. Hands down, man down. With that being said, you got to give a shout out to Kwesi, Adofo, Mensah. When you right, you right. You wrong, right? When props are due, you give props heavy. Him pulling the last-minute trade for Joshua Dobbs, not only bringing a quarterback in who is capable of playing, starting, a guy who's intelligent, right? Smart, can get the job done, baby. Right? Came in and performed well. Matter of fact, great. For Kwesi to identify him and KOC, but for Kwesi to make the move, make the maneuver on the fly, that's a smart move, man. That's what great GMs do. And as we saw, it paid off. Bottom line, man. That's all you can ask for, right? So shout out Kwesi, Adofo, Mensah. Yeah, you can question the roster, but even now the roster is looking much better, man. They're playing much better football. That's just what it is. But the fact he run Joshua Dobbs in, who knew that Jaren Hall would be injured? If he wouldn't have made that move, the Vikings would have been stuck with Cam Akers playing quarterback, dog. So once again, shout out Kwesi, Adofo, Mensah. Has he made mistakes? Yes. Will he make more? He could, man. But he's human, right? That's part of the job, part of the territory. You're going to make mistakes, baby. But it's about how you bounce back from them and keep pushing and keep moving no matter what, man. Right, it's going to be what it's going to be. Put your best foot forward, though. Hands down, man down, bottom line. Heavy. So once again, shout out to Kwesi, Adofo, Mensah, man. He's doing his job. He elevated his game, man. Just with that move alone. Bringing a guy like Joshua Dobbs, the intelligence that he brings, how quick he picked up the playbook. Just think about how he's going to continue to progress, get better, man. Now, we got to keep it going, but the performance he had on Sunday, spectacular, baby. And you gotta commend and shout out Kwesi, Adofo, Mensah for making the call and making the maneuver, dog. Period, bottom line. He could have waited. He could have, depending on Jaron Hall, he could have been scared to pull the trigger, but he did it, man. That's what it's about. And he put the Vikings in a great situation as far as the rest of the season at the quarterback position, man. Let's get to it. So that's my take, my opinion on it, man. Shout out Kwesi, right? Shout out to the Vikings as a whole, baby. But they must get the run game going. That's the biggest thing, the biggest issue. Whether it's scheme, play calling, you know, personnel. Hopefully Darrisaw is back, even though Kwesi didn't do a bad job. But everybody got to step up this week, man. O-line, running backs, etc., dog. They're going up against a good team, a good defense who's going to bring their A game. Heavy. Dig me? Understand? You get my drift? So that's my take, my opinion on it, man. SKOL Vikes forever, man. Heavy.